Well, hey y'all, and welcome to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan, your hostess. We're in my kitchen today. We're going to talk about your liver. I have a fatty liver. I have been diagnosed with fatty liver. I have high cholesterol and a number of other things going on with me. As we age, we often get these problems. But there are some things that we can do to change the way that our liver functions, and I'm going to talk about that today. I will be reading off of cards because there is a lot of information. This is my home apothecary, hosted by Mountain Grandma and the Budget Preppers. There will be a playlist below, and you can go check out that playlist. Also, you want to stick around until the end because I'm going to tell you about the giveaway live that will be coming up very shortly. Let's start out by talking about forever chemicals such as PFAS, which has been in the news here lately. It can interfere with your thyroid hormones. Organophosphate pesticides contain heavy metals, which can affect the brain's performance. Both of these also have to get filtered through your liver. Milk thistle is the first product I'm going to talk about, or the first herb I'm going to talk about. It's a little seed. Can y'all see the seed in there? It's a little seed. It is known to regenerate liver cells. It has been used as a gentle liver tonic since at least the 1st century. It is excellent for carrying off bile waste in your system. It contains silmarin, a flavonoid that induces silibin A and B, isosilibin A and B, and silibin. It neutralizes free radicals. It breaks down fat-soluble toxins into water-solubles. Free radicals can cause damage when not neutralized. This is a phase 1 liver detox. It activates the NRF2 pathway, which encourages the production of the body's master antioxidant, glutathione. Glutathione happens to be the primary detoxifying molecule needed for phase 2 liver detoxification. It also stimulates the release of bile and enzymes from your gallbladder, so nutrients can be absorbed and toxins can be emptied into the colon for elimination. And I also have no gallbladder anymore, so I'm going to mention a product that I use in place of my gallbladder for that bile that we need. And I am not an affiliate of that company. I just use the product, and it does seem to help. Okay, alcohol is the best method for extracting the hard-to-get compounds of milk thistle, and primarily should be made into a tincture. However, if you're prone to alcohol, you might want to use glycerin, which is a non-alcoholic method. So there's a couple of ways that you can turn this into a tincture, and you can look that up online. I'm not going to give you the instructions for that. The next ingredient is dandelion root. This is dandelion root. You can go out in your yard if you have an organic yard and don't use pesticides and dig up the roots and dehydrate them yourself, or you can do like I do and go and purchase it at a reputable health food store or Mennonite store. Dandelion root is a bitter root. Sometimes it revs up the digestive system, which helps the body to absorb nutrients. Dandelion root is non-poisonous. It contains a wide variety of detoxification supporting compounds such as taraxacoside, taraxasterol, lutein, and apinogen. I hope I'm pronouncing those right. that encourages healthy bowel function and supports the liver and gallbladder. It also contains prebiotics when brewed as a tea. Dandelion root is a natural diuretic. So if you're having a lot of swelling issues, it's also good for that. Okay, burdock root. This looks kind of woody. You can look at it. I know that light's shining on the bottle. It makes it kind of hard to see it, but it's kind of woody. It's known as a blood purifier. Traditionally, it was used for a variety of purposes, even as an aphrodisiac. It includes a wide range of phytochemicals to support lymph flow, which carries waste, toxins, and hormone byproducts. It also destroys pathogens in the bloodstream so that they can be filtered out by the liver and kidneys. It is a liver detox. Burdock root is a tried and true, well-known method as a liver and skin tonic. It contains compounds that help maintain oxidative and antioxidant balance in your liver, especially during the phase 1 liver detoxification. The bitter compounds encourage the production of bile. Phase 2, liver detox. Bile binds with toxins and flow through the bowels for elimination. And y'all, I mentioned before, I don't have my gallbladder, so I have to use a product in place of that bile that we want in our system. Turmeric root. Now I have ground turmeric. I don't have the turmeric root, but ground turmeric is turmeric root. If you can't find turmeric root or grow it yourself and dehydrate it, you can always use the powder. I suggest getting organic on all of these products. So turmeric, we use this on a lot of foods in our house. It is referred to as an anti-inflammatory plant. It actually helps your body to respond to anti-inflammatory response as needed. Short term, it stimulates a variety of healing responses, increases the flow of white blood cells to an injury so they can support recovery. It counteracts free radicals, contains curcumin, a potent antioxidant, makes the glutathione, which is the body's master antioxidant, a vital detoxifier molecule. So this is a really good product. I use this because I have arthritis, I have back pain, so I use this in a lot of food that I prepare. The next one is licorice root. This one is actually licorice herbal. It's got some other things in it, but it's got licorice in there as well. They didn't have just a pure licorice root in the store that I went to. But licorice, we think of licorice whips, you know, the little string candies, or licorice drops and stuff like that when we think of licorice. And a lot of people don't like licorice, but I like licorice. It is sweet and it is a sweet and soothing herb. It supports liver function, aids in detoxification, and even protects against liver damage. It contains a compound called glycyrrhizine. I'm hoping I'm saying that right. A potent anti-inflammatory and immune system booster. It has multiple benefits for digestive health, soothes the stomach, reduces inflammation, helps with adrenal function, regulates cortisol levels, etc., etc. There's a lot of reasons to be doing licorice. Burdock root. Oh, I already did burdock. I'm sorry, I'm getting off on my pages here. Ginger root. Now, I bought this in big slices of ginger, and I just ground it down a little bit to make it more pliable for a tea. So you can look at the ginger root. and I didn't save a piece out. I should have saved a piece out. I grow ginger in my yard, so I can easily dehydrate this. You wash it really good, then you slice it, and then you put it in your dehydrator or your oven to dry out, and you want it to be dry. Ginger root is a warming element. It aids in digestion and nausea relief. It may help support a healthy liver and protects against cellular damage and toxins. It also may help lower your cholesterol, your blood sugar, and inflammation. It contains more than 40 antioxidant compounds to rid the body of free radicals. It contains gingerols and shogals, which help to inhibit inflammation. Studies have shown that ginger root is effective in improving liver function, significantly improved aniline aminotransferase ALTs. That's a blood test that they do. Your LDLs and insulin resistance index, which is HOMA, generally considered to be safe, but always check with any of these products with your healthcare professional before you use them, because sometimes different herbs and stuff will have a counter reaction to prescription medications that you might be taking. The Journal of Chinese Medicine, and I'm going to put this link in the description box, stated that it is concluded that ginger has protective effects against piroxicam induced liver injury by reducing serum markers, enzymes, liver fibrosis, and apoptosis, alcoholic liver disease in mice, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, and may help with hypolipidemic and antioxidant effects, and acts as an insulin sensitizer. Liver carcinoma can be suppressed by scavenging the free radicals formation and reducing lipids. Ginger may act as a Ginger may act as an anti-cancer, I'm reading on the wrong line, and anti-inflammatory agent suppressing tumor growth. So you might want to check up on all of these benefits of ginger root. We're going to get into making the tea, but I want to read off our medical disclaimer really quickly. I am not a doctor, and this information is not intended or implied to be a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. All content contained is for general information purposes only. This channel makes no representation and assumes no responsibility for the accuracy of the information referred to in this video. You are encouraged to confirm any information and review all information regarding any medical condition or treatment with your physician or naturopathic doctor. The giveaway will be September the 8th, live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I believe it's going to be on Mountain Grandma. I also want to tell you that my kitchen, my rules, your kitchen, your rules. I am not responsible for what you do in your kitchen. You are not responsible for what I do in my kitchen. Before we get into the recipe, I have one more little tidbit to give you. Every meal you eat is a short-term investment in how you feel and perform, a mid-term investment in how you look, and a long-term investment in your freedom from disease. So let's get to the recipe. The recipe came from sacredplant.com, sacredplantco.com blog, and I will post a link to this in the description box along with that Chinese medical report or review. This is a detox liver support tea. The recipe calls for 1 teaspoon dry licorice root, 1 teaspoon dry dandelion root, 1 teaspoon burdock root, 1/2 teaspoon milk thistle seeds, 1/2 teaspoon ginger root, 4 cups of water. I'm going to combine this out 6 times because I want to make it into a dry mix I can keep on my shelf. You will combine this in a bowl, mix together ingredients, 1 tablespoon plus 1 teaspoon. Boil water, simmer herbal mixture to a boil, reduce heat, and boil for 15 minutes. The slow process helps to extract beneficial compounds. You're going to strain and discard the herbs and sip and enjoy detoxifying brew throughout the day. And you can also add honey or lemon or whatever you want to add to this to help you to be able to handle some of the bitter compounds of this. So I've already done my mathematics. So 6 times 1 teaspoon would be 6 teaspoons, which there's 3 teaspoons and a tablespoon. So we're going to do 2 tablespoons of the first 3 ingredients, which is the licorice root, and this is very woody looking, y'all. And I think they've added some clove to this. I smell clove in there. So I've got that in here. Then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of the dandelion root. And this has a very nutty flavor smell to it. And 2 tablespoons of the burdock root. It also has a unique smell to it. It's woodsy, kind of like a mushroom smell to it. Okay, I'm going to do 1 tablespoon each of the milk thistle seed and the ginger root, because 1/2 times 6 equals 3 teaspoons or 1 tablespoon. And I'm going to use my mortar and pestle to kind of crush these milk thistle seeds so that I can get more benefits out of it. So 1 tablespoon. And I'm just going to go in here and try to crush these seeds a little bit. And you may have to really work them to get them to start to crush. Or you might want to put this through a coffee grinder or something like that. So I've semi-crushed those. I'm going to go ahead and put them in there. I won't be needing this any longer. And I need my ginger root. I need 1 tablespoon of ginger root. And of course, this smells like fresh ginger. We're going to mix those in my little bowl. And I'm going to go get a container to put this in, and then we'll go on to the next section. I do have stuff sitting on my stove that I'm going to have to move. I've been collecting bell peppers out of the garden. I've got a big box of apples over here. We have fresh pumpkin back here. And so I'm going to move my bell peppers out of the way so that we can get this tea going. Okay, I'm going to start with my water. I've got 1 quart of water poured. I'm going to actually use this jar to put my tea in after I strain it. I'm going to get that turned on high so I can get it going. Now, it may not all fit into this half pint. I'm going to try to get it all in here. Oh yeah, I think it'll fit. Had a piece escape. So you're going to cover this and you're going to label your jar as to what this is. And I'm going to get out my tea diffuser. We'll get this set up. So this is a little stainless steel tea diffuser or tea ball, whatever you want to call it. It's got two sides to it. It usually holds about 2 tablespoons. So I'm going to go ahead and get my teaspoon measured, and then I'll measure out my tablespoon. So I usually do it on both sides of my diffuser and usually pack it in pretty good. And you have to do it kind of quick so you don't lose all your good stuff out of there. So once this comes to a boil, I'm going to add this diffuser to it. Or I could just throw it directly into my pot and strain it. I'll probably strain it anyway. So we're going to wait for this water to boil, get it through the 15 minutes, and I'll be back. Y'all, I forgot to mix in the turmeric. Silly me, but I went ahead and mixed in my turmeric. I've already made my tea. I've had it over here steeping. I'm going to strain it now. Let me get something to put on my counter so I don't crack my jar, because my jar is not hot. I got most of the tea stayed in my little tea ball. Some of it escaped. That's all right. And so I want to temper my jar because I don't want it to break. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in some more water to fill up my quart jar. So we have 1 quart of our detox liver tea, liver function tea. I'm going to get a cup and we're going to try it out. But before I do that, I want to introduce this product to you. This is by Nutricost. This is ox bile. And it's 125 milligrams, 240 caps, 240 servings. I will put a link to this in the description box below the video. You take this once a day with an 8 to 12 ounce glass of water. And it does help my liver function without my gallbladder. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and pour this into my cup. I'm going to give it a taste, and we're going to see if I need any honey or lemon. It's got a nice herbal flavor to it, or smell to it. It's not bad by itself. You can add honey and lemon to this. I can drink this without it, though. I did pull it out. I keep real lemon on hand. And my neighbor's honey. It could be used either way. But you want to sip on this throughout the day. Let's give that liver the boost it needs to do its job. It's one of the major organs of your body, so you want to protect your liver. Whether or not you have any of these diseases that was mentioned or not, you may want to go ahead and start doing this kind of a detox tea anyway, because it builds up over time if you don't. I wish I had known about it sooner. Thank you, Mountain Grandma and the Budget Preppers, for hosting my home apothecary. Y'all don't forget the dates, and everything will be in the description box below this video, along with a link to the recipe. And y'all, I do apologize for forgetting to put the turmeric in. It was sitting there, and it just totally slipped my mind that I needed to add it. It's really good, y'all. It tastes good. I do not taste the bitterness at all of the dandelion root, so it's a win-win for me. Thank you for watching, and may you be fully blessed.